So let's start by settling the body, finding a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think of keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. We try to avoid slouching or leaning. We also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. And begin to let go of attending to the environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation. Letting go too of thoughts of the past and plans for the future. Concentrating your awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad and altruistic motivation for your time, wanting to use your time to establish and deepen beneficial ways of thinking and acting, cultivating states of mind that allow oneself to remain connected to a sense of peace and ease, states of mind that, when they arise, naturally and spontaneously give rise to actions that are beneficial for others, and wanting to separate oneself from states of mind and tendencies and habits that agitate and disturb one's own mind, states of mind and tendencies that, when they arise, often cause harm to others. Engaging in this process of genuine inner transformation to be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And with that motivation, we will spend time contemplating how to overcome the false view of permanence. So we, in conversation with others, would acknowledge that this life isn't going to last forever, but then at the same time, we cling to the view that that ending can only ever happen at some point far in the future. And that view never changes. As we get older, it continues. Even if we get very sick, it continues. We may go from thinking, I have 50 years, to thinking, oh, I have 5, but always we put off what could happen today just as easily. And this is a real obstacle to putting time and effort and energy into our practice. The first way that we can overcome this false view is getting deeply familiar with the inevitability of death. We do that by not pushing away the discomfort of the topic, but actively analyzing. So think of great poets and philosophers, political leaders, scientists, all of the titans of industry who lived in the past, all of the greatest, most accomplished minds. They all had to face the inevitability of their own death, regardless of how much money or fame or what research they did into longevity. Bring to mind, regardless of their accomplishments, the lands they conquered, or how respected they were. They were all powerless in the end. Bring to mind people that you know in this life who have passed, those you know personally and those you've heard about. And think of those that you know that are still alive. Some are older, some are younger. And think just like oneself, all of these people will die. Try to embrace the inevitability of one's own death without distraction. When we think of our lifespan, we have to recognize that it is constantly decreasing. Every moment can only be bringing us closer to the moment where body and mind separate at the end of this life. When we are sleeping or engaged in entertainment, still time is passing. And the remaining number of days of this life are decreasing one by one. And try to connect with these insights. And then the third contemplation is that at the time of death, our body and mind separate, and the mind goes on. And what is important at that time is the content of the mind, the familiarities, the habits, the tendencies. And yet, the time that we spend during this life intentionally cultivating the mind is very small. We passed our childhood in play. We passed our young adulthood in work and study. We passed most days in distraction and sleep. So think about, honestly, how much time are you able to devote to establishing these beneficial familiarities and tendencies? And reviewing these 3 points, try to come to a strong determination to put effort into your spiritual path, thinking, I must practice. and hold your mind single pointedly absorbed into that strong determination. When you're ready, we'll come back together. Bring to mind your altruistic motivation and think that by having contemplated in this way, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in the mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice for the benefit of all sentient beings, without exception. Thinking may this positive energy serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment in order to work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.